What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Mama Rug here, and today, before I start making my video, I just want to say congratulations to my baby FaZe Rug Brian for hitting 6 million subscriber a couple of days ago. It's unreal. It's that feeling of a proud mother saying, okay, it's my son, that there's 6 million people who look up to him and watch him and support him and love him. That make me feel so good, but not as much as that make him feel good. He was so happy. You guys make his life like a million times better. You guys are the reason that he keep going and going and do everything. And he have fun doing it, and because the outcome of that, it's your love and support, and that's worth it. So way to go, Brian. We are so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Road to 10 million, hopefully soon. We love you so much. We'll be there for you, support you, no matter what. Keep up the good work. And Brawadis, road to 3 million, hopefully soon. And Mama Rug, road to 700,000. Wow. For me, this is like it's a joke. Really, me, 700,000, why? I guess there's people love me as much as I love them. So, today's video is going to be life of Brandon and Brian, Brawadis FaZe Rug. To millions of people that they watch them and subscribe to them and enjoy their videos and stuff, Brandon and Brian are two successful YouTubers, that make video that make people happy, make people laugh, smile, inspire some people to do things. But to me, Brandon and Brian, no matter how big, how famous, whatever happened, they're my babies. So to me, FaZe Rug Brawadis is Brandon and Brian, my kids, my babies, whom I love and I live for, and I'll do anything for them and support them and be with them. And I mean, they're my life. They're everything that I live for. They're the reason I do what I'm doing. They're the reason why I'm happy, I'm smiling, I'm laughing. So thank you, kids, for making Mama and Dad, Mama Rug and Papa Rug, so proud. Seriously, I always thank God for them. They are two wonderful kids, respectful, lovable, smart. So many things I can say about them. I think I was blessed to have him in my life. I'm so blessed, really. Okay, let's start with Brawadis. I'm gonna tell you guys some funny things that happened, sad things, interesting things about both of them, but let's start with Brandon. So it was just like saying a story. It was June 23rd, 1995. Mama Rug and Papa Rug were blessed with their first child. We were blessed with Brandon. The day Brandon was born, our life changed for a lot better. I mean, we were living good life. We were happy, but having Brandon come made it like a lot better. So he was born. He was that cute little baby. He looked like he was so cute. You just want to eat him. And since he was born, I mean, you can tell right away after a week or 2 weeks. This kid that you see now, he's so hyper and do things. He was so quiet. He was such a good baby. He never cried for anything. He never I don't remember any time that when he was a baby that he does something to say, oh my God, I can't stand it anymore. Because my friends and my family used to tell me, oh, enjoy your life with Ron, because once you have kids, your life is going to change. You won't be able to do anything and it's going to be different. Yeah, it was different. My life changed, but for much, much better for having Brandon. So after we have him, after like a couple of 3 months, me and Ron said, see how easy it is to have kids and why people make it a big deal and say they can't. Look, let's have 100 of Brandon. If every baby's like Brandon, why not have like 10 of them? And we, on November 19, 1996, our second gift from God arrived. We were blessed with Brian. Brian, I remember when he was born. Once I opened my eyes to see him, I saw a little doll. So cute, like with chubby cheeks, curly hair, and he had like a little highlight on his hair. Everyone said that's a good luck for the family when someone was born with something in their body or hair or something. But let me tell you guys, when they say it's not easy having kids, I think Brian was the proof to that. That he wasn't even hours old, he flipped on the table that they brought him to sit him down to weigh him and measure him. He flipped upside down and the doctor said, oh my God, this baby flipped. So he was he was probably practicing for YouTube since he was in my stomach, because all these stunts he does, he used to do them when he was hours old. So here comes Brian. And Brandon and Brian, they're a year and a half apart. So they grew up like best friends, and they still are. Those kids are so close. Like what you see in camera sometimes, joking around and stuff, that's how they are behind the camera too. And when they were young, I mean, you might think it's fun, they're all together, they're together and playing, but sometimes they will do the most stupid thing behind my back. So once I turn to do something, I look, there's something going on. And of course it's Brian's fault, because Brandon was so quiet until Brian came to the world and changed his brother. Let me tell you guys a couple of stories about Brandon. Okay, for Brandon, I think Brandon was born with basketball in his hand. That's how much he loved. Since a young age, as 3 years old, he loved basketball. He loved to play basketball. He loved to watch basketball. And you guys all know, until now, he still have that passion. And he was good at it. Him and his brother, like Brandon and Brian, they used to play so much basketball every day. And Ron used to work and then come home and they continue playing. I have so many like videos that I took of them. One day I might put them all in one video and upload it. That will be fun, because we have so many memories when they were young. Let's go back to Brandon. Brandon was so smart. So smart. Like, I think he started talking when he was young, when he was about a year saying sentences, a year and a half spelling word and writing things. Like, we would pass by a place, let's say Target, he would go T-A-R, and he will spell it and say the word. I was amazed by him. He was really, this guy was so smart. And once he started school, I can tell him and his brother, they were one class apart, because they're a year and a half apart. So once they start school, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, like, in schools they do student of the month. And the first month, both of them, one of them will be in first, the other one in second grade, they will get the student of the month together, and we would go and attend the ceremony. It was so nice, and I was proud of them since they were young. Like, I never had a big problem with them, like people complaining or teacher called me for something big, or I don't know. I don't want to curse myself because I have them this good, because sometimes they say if you have good thing, don't talk about it, you might get cursed. So God bless them for us. Okay, and they used to play together, both of them together. And one time I remember they were outside in the rain. Like, they would play outside the door and it was raining, and they walked in and I go, okay, go inside, it's raining, just sit and watch TV. And I don't know, maybe I was cooking or something. And something tell me, okay, go see what they're doing. I go, I swear, before, what I see is Brandon pushing Brian into the dryer, and Brian is face down going into the dryer, and I go, Brandon, And he turned around, yes, Mom, what the hell are you doing? He said, Mom, he's wet, I have to dry him. No, 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 no. He's not piece of cloth or anything. You can't dry your brother. Take out your brother. And Brian was all happy. He doesn't care. It's Brian. It's FaZe Rug. That's one. Another one, they used to watch Cat Dog. It was a show on TV. I'm sure most of you know it. And they would run around. We have a wood table in the middle, and I always say, be careful. You're going to hit your head one day. You're going to hurt yourself. And you know how kids are. They don't care. So, and me, I would watch them most of the time, but you have things to do in the house, and they're like close to you. You would think nothing's going to happen. I was in the room, and all I heard was scream from outside. I came out. I see blood coming from Brian's eyelid all the way down, and Brandon was shaking. Mom, I didn't do it. I didn't do it, Mom. It was an accident. I go, okay, don't worry. What happened? They say they were playing cat dog, running after each other, and Brian hit his head. To the hospital right away. Give him maybe 10 to 12 stitches. He still have a mark. I'll have him one time show it to you guys. But I have pictures when that happened. Look at Brian's look at Brian, and oh, he had this white thing over his eye. Look how cute my babies are. Oh my God. So yeah, after did we show this? Look at this with the Snowden. So those things, like they used to do them together. So after that, we talked, and no more like playing harsh, no more doing those things. And okay, I asked Brandon to give me some stories, if you remember. He told me to say a story about him. That was bad. What he did was bad. Okay, he had just have his car no, let's go back to one thing. I was talking about how he loves NBA and sport and basketball. It's funny how I would pass by his room, and I would listen something talking inside the room, and I would hear something, and I opened the door. I would see Brandon holding something, pretending it's a microphone, and say, yeah, Steve Nash, so what do you think your future holds for you? And he would put it on the side and pretend he's Steve Nash. He have this analysis, maybe that's what they call it, I hope, like broadcasting. He wanted to do it, and he would practice, and I think he have a couple of videos that he took of himself pretending to interview players. That was funny. And he would be watching like all sport and all basketball and stuff. Okay, I remember 2 bad things that he did. Brandon, time to expose. Okay, I was very strict for schoolwork. Like, they have to have A's and B's, and they have to do their homework, and they have to do, and once they don't do it, you take things from them, so they'll they know that they did something wrong. It was one day I was in LA. We were shopping in LA, me and Ron, and Brandon called me, and he goes, Mom, I put my PlayStation, I put my games, everything in your room, and when you come home, I'm going to give you my phone. I'll go. And I knew it right away, because that's when I would take stuff from them if they don't do good. I go, what did you get? He said, see? And I was upset. And we came home, and I did take those things for probably a week and then give it back to him. But it was funny how right away, Mom, I took everything to your room. And then he brought up his grade, and he graduated high school, and yeah. Okay, another thing. We had just bought a car for him. It was a Toyota. And he said he was backing out of a parking lot, and he was next to something, wasn't another car. And he scratched his car. And you know how kids are scared from the beginning to go and tell their mom and dad, oh, Mom, I did this or that. So he went to, Cragen is a place to sell those car parts and stuff. So he went and asked somebody to paint it. And I mean, we could tell right away when he came home and we saw it. I mean, we weren't mad or anything, but we told him, next time, instead of lying and doing this, just come and tell us what happened, because eventually we're going to find out. Let me tell you, kids, if you're watching, us parents, we have the sixth sense. We sense things. Like when you do something bad, even if you deny it, we know right away. Like you're not saying the truth. So it's better just tell your parents the truth. It's better than lying and then the parents find out. What else Brandon did? Oh, and when he was almost hit by a big truck, you guys remember the story he said. It was, we were at the store and he wandered around from the room, I don't know how, and I was in the register working, and somebody brought him, hold him, and he said, hey, I just saved your son from a big accident. He could have, oh, give me the chill just talking about that. Yeah, those little things, and a lot more, but it's going to be a short video. I might do part 2. Okay, let's go back to Brian. Brian, once he was born, I don't know if you guys know what a colic baby is. It's those babies that they cry for no reason and they keep crying for it, and they have to have their way. So Brian wanted to have his way since he was young until now. Brian, if you're listening, he would cry and cry and cry, and I can't do nothing. Like when he wakes up until he goes to sleep, I have to be sitting, holding him, or walk with him and stuff. And I used to get mad, and it's funny. I'm sorry. I mean, I never meant it, but I would call my mom. Mom, I'm gonna leave Brian outside the door. Somebody have to come pick her up. I can't take it anymore because it was too much. I was raising both of them like they were like twins. 1.5 years. They were both in a bottle, and it was fun. We had so much like perfect memories and good times and stuff, but him crying, I can't forget this. And he was very active, very, very active. I remember things, what happened to him. Okay, the cat dog, of course, he hurt himself. Another time, we had a table in not in the old house, we had another house before this. It was next to a window outside. And it wasn't too high from outside, so he was jumping, 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed, and he will turn around, and I just looked back, and he was jumping, and I looked back, there's no Brian. He had fallen from the window to the other side, but it was all grass, and he almost gave me a heart attack. So many things that he did, he almost gave me a heart attack. But it was funny, like, after you remember it, you would laugh. Like, he was okay, of course, and I made sure he was okay. And okay, another thing about Brian. One time, I don't know if he told this story or not, but he was in a stroller. He was about maybe 2 to 3 years old. I swear to anything, this is true. It was me and my sisters, and we were just walking in. La Jolla is a place, it's a nice place in San Diego. It has beach and stuff, so we would walk, and some gypsy lady, those, like, you know how they wear their stuff and a lot of things in their neck, necklaces and stuff, and she goes, may I read this kid's fortune? And I don't like those things. I'm scared of like somebody telling me future thing. And I go, oh no, thank you. And she said, okay, let me just say something. This little kid, he's going to be something in the future, maybe a leader, maybe something, but he's going to be something big. Mark your word, mark my word. And she walked away, and we just looked at each other. You don't think about it much because you would think, okay, just something she said. But I wish I can see that lady to thank her and tell her, because look at Brian, from normal kids to a big YouTuber with all these many people like supporting him. 6 million people, that's a lot. So he is something, and something to be proud of. When he was accepted in FaZe Clan, Brian, he started playing game at an early age. He would play and play to the point that I would get mad and take his stuff from him, because I want him to go to school and continue and go to college. But that was his passion. You can tell that was his passion, because even if I take his stuff and I go somewhere, Brandon would tell me, Mom, I think he took it back and he was playing the game, because he had passion for gaming. Like, I can't tell you how. It was too much, to the point we couldn't do nothing about it. And look at it now. I mean, from the gaming, he took it to YouTube, prank, vlogs, and challenges and stuff, and he's very, very successful. I remember that day he got accepted. It was November 26, 2012. I heard a big scream upstairs, and I thought something happened, something big. And I screamed, "What happened, Brian?" He said, "Mom, you won't believe it. I got accepted in this FaZe clan." I go, "What the hell?" I'm sorry, no offense, because I didn't know who FaZe clan was before. And I go, "Okay, Mom, you don't know what that means the world to me. That means a lot to me." So that day, that was it. That was the start. That was the beginning for Brian. That's when he started. He was motivated by his friend and his teammate and his leaders and stuff. So thank you, FaZe Clan. Now I know who you are. Yeah, so many memories, but good, funny. And the one thing I love about this is Brandon and Brian, since they were young, they would be always together, always, because they were close of age, and we would go out and stuff, but at the end they play together, and they still are. That makes me so happy. And you kids, Brandon and Brian, if you watch this, I just want to say thank you for being who you are. Thank you for making mom and dad proud, and thank you for being so respectful to others. And all my family love them so much. Like those things means so much to a mom and dad. Like when people come and say, "You did a great job raising your kids. You did good, and you have the best kids." This means the world. Okay, I know there's a lot more things about Brandon and Brian. Maybe we can do part 2, depend how you guys gonna like it. And I just want to say something to the kids and something to the parents at the end of this video. Kids, always respect your parents. Always, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Don't hide it. Don't lie. Talk to your parents. And be honest, be open with them. Believe me, that would change a lot of things. That's how we are. We are I'm not exaggerating or anything. We are a very close family. We always, I'm not saying Brandon and Brian never made a mistake, but we always talk about things, and that's how we solve problems. That's how we solve everything here. By all of us, we sit and communicate and tell each other what's going on in our life. So kids, love your parents. Respect your parents, listen to your parents, and don't lie, and don't do nothing behind their back. And parents, be close to your kids. Give them a chance to give them a chance to tell you their problem, not by punishing them or hitting them or anything. Everything, a nice talk with you and your kids, that would solve problem better than like other ways. So love your kids no matter what. Support your kids no matter what, if you know they're not doing something wrong. And just be so close to them. At the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support. And please, before you write that hate comment, or those, lately been a lot of them, I didn't think in my channel I would have this much. But let me tell you something. If you don't like my video, seriously, don't watch it. Don't expect from me and Papa Rug to do things that young YouTubers do. We're older. We cannot jump in a pool. We cannot do overnight challenge places. We cannot go to a haunted tunnel and stuff. So we do limited things that I think they're good for you guys. I think they're funny. I think they're entertaining. So before you just sit there, before you watch the video, before you see what I said or where I made the video about, just, "Oh, I hate Mama Rug," or "I hate this," it's not right. It's not nice. You just don't know that comment can hurt somebody's feeling. Just give your opinion. I'm not saying don't give your opinion, but not just by, "Oh, I don't like this, I'm going to say this and that." Those words can hurt. And what are you getting? What satisfaction of writing hate comments? I don't think you get anything. So, show your love. Show your love to all of us. Brandon, Brian, I love you guys so much. And I'll be there for you guys no matter what. Support you. And anything you need, Mom and Dad are here for you guys. And there's, like I said, a lot other things. We might do part 2. So this is long enough. I annoy you guys enough for today. So thank you again for everything, and Been Mama Rug. Peace.